If all of what you say is true,
It is.
then why was Trump hiding it and lying about it at the time? And I'll play that for your response. He lied about it. We all know that. Take a look. Take a look.
Let's see.
President, did you know about the $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels? Then why did Michael Cohen make this if there was no truth or allegation?
You have to ask Michael Cohen. Michael's my attorney, and you'll have to ask Michael.
Ari, that's what you're going to consider a lie. A lie to me is something material under oath in a proceeding.
Well, I didn't say perjury. I said a lie.
Yeah, but that's not a lie. That's
not a lie?
Here's why it's not a lie.
That's not a lie?
Here's why it's not a lie.
Did you know about this?
Did you? Let me answer.
Did you know about this? No, I don't.
No, we don't need that. Here's why it's not a lie.
Yeah.
Because it was a confidential settlement. So if he acknowledged that, he would be violating the confidential settlement. So is it the truth? Of course it's not the truth. Was he supposed to tell the truth? He would be in violation of the agreement if he told the truth. So by him doing that, he was abiding by not only his rights, but Stormy Daniels' rights.
It seems like we're drawing some blood here because you're having a strong reaction. He did lie about it, and in a confidential settlement, you can easily say, no comment, or I'm not getting into it. He says, and the reason why I look at this, he says, no, I didn't know about it. But he did know about it, didn't he?
But here's the thing. I don't know the timing of that video. I really don't. And I'm not trying to play games with you.
April 2018.
Yeah, but I don't know the timing of that video in relation to the timing of the other video where he was speaking to Michael Cohen. What was the date of that other video? Do you know?
Yeah. We have the Cohen recording. This was around the 2016 campaign pre-November. So that was 2018 later. The original conversations were in the fall of 2016. Yes, sir.
So obviously he knew about it, but what he decided to do was not violate the confidentiality clause and provision of that agreement, which was the right thing to do. So, yeah, he could have said no comment, or he could have said, I don't know anything about it, which is what he did. But that's the right. I would advise my client to do the same thing. He's speaking to some, whether it's a journalist or some young lady on the street.
September 2016 is the exact date.
But whether he's speaking to a journalist or some young lady on the street who's shouting out a question, that is not the form for him to go into detailed questions about a confidential settlement agreement.
So let me tell you what I'm hearing, because, again, people deserve to know all sides of this as we go into what may be an unprecedented indictment of a former president or not. We don't know. We don't know. It sounds tonight like what you're saying. I appreciate you coming here and taking the questions. Not everyone does that. It sounds like you're saying you have a legal attack on the potential campaign finance violation, and you think you have precedent that helps you. For example, the federal Edwards case, which Jack Smith oversaw and lost.
Correct.
To make the point that you don't believe that is a tight, open and shut finance felony. That's number one. And number two, on the misdemeanor case, which is more legally minor, but is not zero, and you and I can point to individuals who've had trouble with misdemeanors. Sure. It seems that you're saying, well, yeah, he lied. He lied. It wasn't really legal services. Stormy's not a lawyer.
I didn't say that.
What did you say?
I said his lawyer advised him to pay him his legal services.
And that money went to Ms. Daniels.
But the money went to Ms. Daniels before that. He was reimbursing his lawyer. His lawyer sent him an invoice for legal services. That's the evidence in this case. So he didn't lie. He relied on counsel.
It sounds like you're saying, one, not a campaign finance crime, and two, well, the misdemeanor, sure, maybe he lied about it, but you don't want to deal with the misdemeanor.
No.
You're kind of admitting part of the misdemeanor.
No, I am. Ari, please don't put those words in my mouth. I am not admitting he's not guilty.
But they weren't legal
crime.
services.
His lawyer classified them as legal services. His lawyer sent him an invoice for legal services. His lawyer told him they would be properly classified as legal services. He relied on his lawyer. But here's the thing. Even if you put in your checkbook, or I'll use me as an example. I put in my checkbook, I bought a car and I wrote, I purchased a horse. Mm-hmm. That's inaccurate. That's a lie, maybe. But there's no crime there, because this filing was not for the purpose of influencing an election. There wasn't something being hidden. There was no obligation to disclose this to an election campaign committee at all.